Chicano Ideas YouTube channel. How's it going, everybody? I just want to say culture is power, history is knowledge, and keep those Chicano ideas going. No matter your idea is in life or your goals or for the community, write it down and remember it. Let's talk about Chicano unity, the Chicano cooperation with all these Chicano YouTubers out now, let's talk about the change in the Chicano community of unity. What I was thinking about? I was watching one of these channels and I was seeing how many prison dropout gangs there are between the Chicano community, and it's like, man, why can't these guys in prison start a group for unity, a group for the people, a group for Chicanos? Like I said, we know the brothers have their Chicano unity, their black unity groups. uh, and when you watch someone like the young Pharaoh who said he joined a group while he was locked up called the Gods, because a lot of black people since back in the day, they've been taught they're the original people, they're kings, they're gods, and the Muslims, they're in prison. Why can't we have this amongst our people? Why are our Chicano people dropping out of gangs just to join or start another gang, just to have a we need to have some type of organization amongst the people for a positive mindset, even within prison. Let's start with religion at first. Why can't some of these Mexicans who either are activists or dropouts, either way, let's start with the actives. Instead of them turning to want to drop out, let's just say 10 of them group up and, like, we want to be a righteous Christian or Catholic man, because those are the two majority that we're going to be in, Catholic or Christian, amongst the Chicano community, and be able to be and function on the yard like the Muslims could amongst their own people. They're not considered dropouts or bad. And when it's time to roll, you hear that they got to roll for their people. So don't some of our people start doing this? All right, or even the dropouts, if they're so-called dropouts, whatever. You know what? Let's not start another clique. Let's just be a positive group, amongst Christian, Catholic man. We're gonna learn the Bible. We're gonna just preach. We're gonna help get each other out of here in a positive mindset. Keep each other alive here. You know, some type of way. Why can't the Chicanos start like a Brown Berets or the Chicano Boys or something in there where you know we're not so Christian like, but we're about good morals, learning history, betterment for our people, not over here worried about drug dealing or gang banging. Yeah, we're trying to get people to join the group, but for a righteous way, a path of intelligence and positivity. That's what we need to have. That's what some of these guys, hopefully one day in the Pinta, amongst our community, start doing. That would be a great place for instead of all these other cliques, all these other dropout gangs, what they are called, starting. They should, man, create something else, man. Look at what's in your heart, what's right, on keeping our people together in a positive manner. You know, uh, that would be very creative and something positive to see amongst our people in the future, even amongst the Chicano community YouTube. Because you got people, most of our people within the Chicano YouTube, they're all they're all homeboys, they're all homies, former homies, our homeboys. you know we don't got the real intelligent scholars, historians of uh, an organization manner to come help us out. Even amongst, I get it, like amongst our people, they don't like the people who are considered so-called, DOs to be making these channels. But amongst the NorCal community, I mean, it was finally, it would take, it took so long for finally somebody to speak up. And of course, someone who's amongst the active side is not going to be able to have the or mindset or the will or the heart to let's get up on YouTube and talk about a righteous path living while we could be and good standards of, being active. Like, because the Southsiders, they've always done that. You've always seen stuff about Southsiders and on channels and TV. The homeboys never really done that. They always kept it the inside, and kept it small, no speaking about, the movement too much. But even with these guys who are considered non-active making YouTube channels, and other people hate on them, especially when you got other people of the brothers hating on them, because it's like, bro, like, uh you can't come and interfere amongst a different community. If you got the people of the community accepting them, then there's nothing people could do, especially if you're of a other race, like Cholo, American Cholo tried to do with Tariq Nasheed, calling him a pimp and stuff, but it's up to the black community to accept them. If they don't drop them, there's nothing we can do about that, you know? And if people of the community are willing to accept these gentlemen and seeing that they're true within living for a positive path, a righteous mindset, and a productive, positive, way in life, and true about it, the Chicano community is going to support them, because this is what we're looking for. And, one day, hopefully, someone who is considered active amongst the streets could help that out, because we don't, respect to these guys, but we need more now. We just need we don't just need a street point of view, or, we need someone, even if they're from the streets, to just take it to that next level. Like I talked about, versus the Tariq Nasheed and American Cholo. We don't got these guys up to the parlay, of the black community. And, we got these guys who, one, like, you to talk about, these other Chicano YouTubers, or other YouTubers who are considered, some of them non-active, but some of these guys reach the highest level of the organization. And so it's like, man, even at that level, it made sense for these guys to be the ones to come out to make these YouTube channels. It couldn't have just been an average prison guy, or, an active so-called member can't do it. They're not, it's not something that, is pursued. So it's like, these guys being at the highest level that they were, it makes it's hard for anyone. Yeah, people could talk about them, call them this and that, but even those people know that, damn, they reached a high level of, within this glorifying organization of living in the calles to the pinta of the end, living that end life. You gotta admit, that's like, damn, not everybody's willing to take those steps. Even if you're in that realm of being locked up, not everybody chooses to make those steps, because they know, everybody since I was a kid had been taught those consequences that take those steps. So, you know, even if those guys are not active, you gotta understand, these guys reach the highest level, and everybody knows that, being a part of, some type of clica like that in a street organization is not easy, especially the Chicanos community within our gang mentality. It's not easy. And so, it makes sense that these guys at that level had to come out, because, even with them being DOs, people are like, oh shit, they were at the highest level. And it's like, not everybody even wants to take those steps. And people who never even been that way are, turn away from that, or, you can't talk. It's especially like, I seen what's going on with, like, people calling them out. But it's like, some people who, even if they say they graduated with honors, did you take those steps to be at the highest level in your organization? Even if you're righteous, but if you stayed righteous at the common level, and you chose not to take those steps because you know the consequences, I don't get why people are quick to call people, names, when you know that in your own heart you're fine and being comfortable at this level, because you don't want to face those consequences at those highest levels. And we all gotta just face that fact, face that truth on that part, you know and we all know that that we've been taught since youngsters. All I ever heard was, we shouldn't be speaking like this. We shouldn't. And I was the youngest one around, being around other family members talking about, yeah, shit's fucked up, and we shouldn't be speaking like this. And you know, if we want betterment for our people, we gotta learn to not care about this street politics. It's not a part of the community, of the betterment of the people. You have to really not give a damn about that stuff. Like, it really has to be far off, not even around. Like, who gives a shit about that shit? Because we're on another level, another way of trying to bring our people together. And so, you know what, Chicanos, hopefully, as our community level of spirituality, an education mindset, a scholar warrior, a positive, productive manner with true strength, physical and mentally, our people will be at those levels of having people like 19 Keys or Rizza Islam, groups like the Nation of Islam, or some of our people will join those and are a part of those movements. But we also have to, we need other mindsets now. What we need is other people who I mess with, like Oakland Latinos United. Like, I remember, I talk to Flo all the time, Raza Stands, like the boy Chicano marketeer that always see, even us as a level of, we like to share history, gotta always work with each other. If we're not even working with each other, if no one's working with each other, making videos with each other, then we're not gonna giving the people what they need. We're just talking about it. We're not even cooperating with ourselves. Everybody got to try to work with each other in order to help bring an understanding of unity. That's my personal thoughts and opinion. Other than that, Chicano ideas, culture is power, history is knowledge. Leave your thoughts and comments. Always try to give a like. Check out my other videos if you never checked them out. I always say that. And if you always like a video, remember, like it and share it. You could share stuff on your YouTube channel now, and that helps the rhythm of the video go out. By sharing certain videos that you like. And so, peace out. Culture is power. History is knowledge.